Hi again, Josh here at House Guitars, continuing the build of the LG guitar for Paramount Guitars in Wisconsin, the Building a House Guitars video series, and it's time now to put the back on the rim. And I really like it when the back and the top go on the rim. This is where you can really see the guitar coming together, and it's a fun thing to see as part of the build. So just want to explain what you see here. What I've got the back, and right now the back is lined up with the center line on the mold, and the sandbag and hammer are just sitting there as weight to keep it from sliding around. Now what I've done is with my pencil I've gone and put some little pencil marks on either side of the brace, and that's where the liner is going to get cut out a bit for the brace to sit inside. So zoom out a bit here. So now that I've got everything marked, I can take this off. Okay, one other thing I did while I had the rim weighted down there is I also marked along the underside of the brace. I put a little score mark with the end of a sharp nail into the brace, and it'll be hard to see, but I'll draw it in. Okay, so that is where the brace, that would be the outside of the side of the rim, and what I'm actually going to do is cut the brace back a little bit so that when the back is glued on, the brace is not tight against the side of the guitar, or I don't want the brace to end up tight against the binding. And the reason for that is if the guitar dries out for some reason, and what happens when wood dries out, of course it shrinks, but because the direction of the grain direction of the brace is running lengthwise this way, it's not going to shrink in. It's going to pretty much stay where it is, and what will happen is the rest of the guitar will shrink around it. And when that happens, if the rest of the guitar shrinks, the brace will actually end up pushing out on the side of the guitar, and in most cases it will pop out the binding. And I've seen that on a number of guitars that have dried out. It's a fairly common thing, but that's why I'm going to cut the braces back so that they're sitting on the liner, but they're not tight up against the side. So you'll see me do that. Okay, so now I have my pencil marks here on the edge of the rim, and what I'm going to do is just go around and I just transfer that mark onto the top of the rim. Again, this is my LG model, so it only has 3 back braces instead of my regular 4. And you can go back and watch the back brace carving video to see the braces being carved and a little more explanation about back braces. Now that I've got those lines marked on the top edge of the rim, I just take my long ruler and I find the line on one side, I find the matching line on the other side, and I simply connect the two. And I'm going to move up, do the other side of the brace. Okay, and I will carry on and do that for the other braces. And so now what I'm going to do with a router, you'll see in the video, I'm just going to route out the liner to a depth of 3 millimeters between the 2 pencil marks. Now on the, I'm just going to move over here to my workboard. Okay, so as I mentioned, I have these lines marked here. I'm going to zoom in a bit. Okay, so the outside line is the edge, and then what I want to do is cut the brace back Now the thickness of the side is 2 millimeters, so I want to cut it back a little bit more than 2 millimeters. That's going to be closer to 3, and then what I do is I take my little saw and I cut the brace just until I hit the back, and then I'm going to take a chisel and just clean off the extra part of the brace, clean up the glue, get some fresh wood to a fresh gluing surface exposed. Okay, and that'll be good for now. I can get cleaned up with a little bit of sandpaper. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to the rest of the brace ends, and then what I'm going to do is you'll see in the video I'll come along with my router, and I'm going to trim the end of the brace to a depth of 3 millimeters to match the pocket that I'm cutting into the liners in the side. And when I'm done that, everything should hopefully fit and be aligned, and then it'll mainly just be some cleanup steps before the back gets glued on. So I'm going to go ahead and do those things, and I will be back shortly. Okay, so the braces are just rough fit into the liners here, and I'm going to go back and clean those up. Still a little bit of glue and stuff that'll get cleaned up in the final sanding, but the one thing I need to do at this point now is to trim back the center strip. Right now it still extends under both blocks, and so I will find a razor blade. Okay, and I've got a razor blade here. Just what I do is just put the razor blade tight against the block. Just make a mark in the strip. Same little trick here to get at this one, but just with the blade tight against the block. Push down on it a bit. There we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and just finalize the taper on these braces, just so that it comes down to a nice taper at the 3 millimeter point. I'm going to cut back the back strip, and then give the braces a good sanding, and it will be ready to glue on. here it is. The back is now glued on the guitar, and a peek. I'm liking how this looks. Everything's come out pretty clean. There's a teeny little bit of glue squeeze out up around the block a bit, which will be cleaned up, but otherwise very happy. So thanks for watching. I'll be posting more videos soon. The top bracing, the top going on, the neck, and the rest of the building process. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and visit houseguitars.com for more information on my instruments. Thanks for watching.